welcome to By the Stats. My name is Andres. To my left I have Ryan, and to my right I have Freddy. Our main topic today will be the FSU Miami matchup this Saturday, November 18th. Florida State's going to be coming in 9-0 on the season, and Miami will be coming in 6-3. So I would like to start it off with what you believe are the keys to the games for both teams. We'll go with Ryan first.
Well, first off, it's on the 15th, not the 18th. Okay, so get your shit straight.
Oh, yeah, 18th, 15th.
Okay, so anyway, my keys to the game, I think it's going to be Miami's offense versus Florida State's defense, obviously, because I think FSU's offense is not that talented. Not to the point where they don't have talent, but the way they're playing, I don't think they're going to... As bad as Miami's defense is, and we both agree on that they're bad, I do not think FSU is going to score 30 points in this game.
Well, here's what I think. Their offense is high-powered enough for them to put up 30.
High-powered?
Okay. Good enough to put points on our defense. Statistically, they're ranked better, way better than they were last year. 11th, I think.
The Hurricanes defense you're talking about?
Yes, the Hurricanes defense. But the opponents that we played, I'm not really buying into their defense, nor will I ever buy into their defense.
FAMU, whatever. I think their defense showed up against Virginia Tech the best because they were blitzing, like they were rushing 5 and 6, none of that rushing 3 crap that they're known for doing. And last year when they rushed 4 against FSU, Jameis just freaking walked right out of the pocket.
That one I will give you. The Virginia Tech game, I was not expecting that at all.
No, neither was I.
We basically shut them out the whole game. That last 6 points, they didn't even get the 2-point conversion. That last 6 points was just garbage time. But other than that, they basically shut them out.
The thing that makes me confident about Miami's offense to score on FSU's defense this week is because they're improving. I think they're both going opposite directions. Miami's offense is going up. FSU's defense is going down.
No.
They've been rocky all season.
I agree. Our offense is improving. But however, I think that FSU's defense will fluster Kaya into some mistakes, which he averages about 2 picks a game. And I'm pretty sure FSU will force 2, maybe even 3 picks in this game.
Miami's played 9
I'm not
games.
a believer in Kaya.
What's Miami's record? They played 9 games. They're 6-3. Kaya has 9 picks. The same amount as Jameis Winston. That is 1 pick a game.
You're kidding.
No, he has 9 picks and 20 touchdowns. And Jameis, I didn't have the touch. Hold on.
Well,
I don't have the touchdowns right in front of me. But Jameis, I think he has like 30 or 27.
16.
16? He has 16 touchdowns. So you have a quarterback that's thrown more touchdowns than the great Jameis Winston.
Okay, you're right. Michael Jordan Winston. You're right. I forgot.
All right, now, who has a bigger effect, Miami's running or Florida State's passing?
I think Miami's running.
That I will give.
If Miami cannot run the ball, FSU is going to blitz everything. And that might mean Kaya starts throwing picks because he basically has 2 weapons on offense that he uses. He throws to Braxton Berrios and he throws to Philip Dorsett because Stacey Coley is having an atrocious season. And I mean horrible. Like, if he's open, the ball's going through his hands.
Okay, I agree. I think we will be able to run the ball effectively because the past opponents that played FSU were able to run the ball with ease, and they don't come even close to the talent that Duke Johnson has. Duke Johnson should be able to run all over FSU. However, I do not think that will be enough. Only because of the quarterback. That's it.
I think
not that Winston is such a superstar this year, but
problem with me, I don't think FSU is going to show up because they're going to be pumped. This is their big rival. But I think Miami, they're going to run the ball maybe like 100 yards, 110 yards. But FSU's defense is going to show up, and it worries me because they have like 3 offensive linemen missing. But definitely the running game is more of a key than FSU's passing against Miami because even last year Miami's defense played well against the pass against FSU. Their problem last year was their freaking trench play.
Because it's a rivalry game, that I tie into it a little bit where they look a little better when they play FSU compared to other opponents. But FSU hasn't really played anybody either. We kind of get on that.
Hold on there. FSU has beaten Clemson, albeit that was with garbage.
Clemson had that game.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, but that was because the Oklahoma State quarterback was an idiot and tried to do a front flip and freaking fumble the ball when they were driving. Again, another game.
He had to brace himself.
FSU's defense this season against teams with respectable offenses, they've given up 31, 17, 41. Syracuse has no offense, and they had scored 20. Notre Dame had 34. We both agree that they had 34. It got taken off the board. That touchdown late.
To me, Florida State lost that game. I don't care what the ref called. Florida State lost that game.
Yeah,
the game was over. The two players were arguing with each other in the back of the end zone.
Louisville scored 31.
Louisville was up 21-0. 21-0. But what is FSU? The unstoppable Jameis Winston valiantly brought his team back. But he does that every game. They've been losing in almost every game that they play.
Yeah,
every team that they play, they have a struggle. They have a struggle in every game. But no matter how many times we think, oh, this is the game that FSU is going to lose, they somehow find a way to pull it out.
I think, yeah.
And they will do it again.
During the live broadcast, it is ridiculous to the fact that the announcers on ESPN or whatever, like, completely count FSU out. They're like, oh, this game's getting out of hand. They're down by 2 touchdowns. And everyone knows that, okay, they're gonna get right back in the game because they're freaking FSU.
No. They know that. They just do that to make the other fans believe, okay, this is it. This is our game. We're going to win this game for sure. No.
No. Yeah.
They know better.
You have a sense of realism when you play Florida State. Like, listen, they're going to come back because they got to kick it in again.
We talk about it every time during the games. We see them. We even talked about it in the NC State game when they were getting destroyed. I think it was like 31-7. I think it was.
Bad.
It was terrible.
It was 24-7.
And what were we still saying each other during the game?
They're going to come back.
They're going to come back. They're going to find a way to pull it out.
The minute you take your foot off the pedal against Florida State, they somehow just catch up. I don't know how.
And they do it. They do it quick.
Their defense.
They don't take time.
I think the most overrated aspect of FSU is the fact that their defense is considered clutch.
Nah.
Clemson had the ball and they were driving and they had picked up a first down and that idiot fumbled. And then the Oklahoma State game, again, the guy tried to do a front flip and he fumbled. Notre Dame game, one of the worst penalties I've ever seen. A receiver tried to break a press, and they called it back. And no one's going to convert a 4th and 20 from wherever. And Louisville, whatever, not Louisville.
Listen, you're right. You are 100% correct. FSU is nowhere close to the team they were last year, and I don't even consider them a top 4 team. But as of right now, they're ranked number 2. And to me, as much as I want to believe that my Hurricanes are going to upset them, somehow FSU, the valiant Winston, and that team will find a way to pull it out. As much as I don't want to believe it, they will. They'll find a way.
Who comes in with more motivation? A team that got a 25-game winning streak or a team that hasn't beaten FSU since 2009?
I think Miami clearly comes in with more motivation. They haven't beat this team in 4 years. Al Golden's coaching for his job. And
that is true.
I mean, someone on Miami's roster has to be like, listen, I've had enough taking this crap from this team. Like, someone's got to say, we are better than this team. You cannot play scared of Florida State.
That, another thing too. When is Al Golden going to get a meaningful win? Since he's been here, he's been 6.
Hold on. Okay.
I want you to tell me what game has he coached that you go, wow, that's a game that I'm going to start believing in him. Not one.
Okay. The Florida game, Florida was not completely healthy, but relatively healthy. They had some players that in that game, they had like Fowler and I think Easley may have been out that game. But they had players that game, and they won the next 2 games after the Miami game. I think they went up to 4-1. Then they just crapped the bed. Then stuff hit the fan.
But like you saw, the real Florida team came out.
But that's
you saw how bad.
But you can't discount that because
you saw 2 of their players blocking each other towards the end of the year.
That's a rivalry game. That's like both teams get up for that. You can't discredit that.
As much as a rivalry game, they like to call it, they haven't played each other in 15 years. They took each other off the schedule. They don't play like FSU and Miami. I wouldn't really consider that.
They played FSU in 2008 or something.
No, they play FSU every single year.
No, you're talking about
Florida.
Yeah, I meant Florida. They played Florida in 2008. They lost to the Tebow team.
True, Tebow.
Yeah. That was the last time they played.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that win, because I got to admit that I was excited. I was excited thinking
they beat Georgia Tech a couple times.
They did.
A good Georgia Tech.
I know, but the ACC games, like you see him win that one, and then you'll see him lose. Like we just saw him lose to Georgia Tech on a night game, because they were tired.
Yeah,
God
was
forbid.
ridiculous.
No, they're too tired to play at night at 8 o'clock. They'd rather play at noon.
Well,
they're more rested, as Al Golden would say.
So, what do you guys got as game predictions, final scores?
Freddy Santana. The Miami Hurricanes will win 28-24.
Trust me, I wish you were right, but this is where I disagree. Florida State will end up winning this game somehow. I even think we'll come out with a lead. But once we reach that lead, FSU's going to come right back. Kaya's not going to be able to move the ball. The running's not going to work. They're going to key on the run. So, for my prediction, I'm going to go 31-24 FSU.
FSU's not going to score 30 points.
Yes, they are.
Listen, Jameis
What makes you think this defense...
Jameis is throwing picks all over the place. Miami's defense has been tightening up. I told you, they're going opposite directions. FSU will not score more than 28 points this game.
If FSU can put
30
42 on Louisville, who was statistically ranked the number one defense in the country.
They had to go desperate.
What makes you think that Miami,
hold on.
with the 11th ranked defense or
11th
ranked defense, is going to stop them when they have a hard time stopping Louisville, which doesn't really have an offense?
Miami's defense, their pass defense is 60th, and their rush defense is Miami's defense against the rush is 30th. Their pass defense is 10th. Jameis scored 42 points against Louisville, passing the ball. They could not run the ball because they fell behind by a lot. If Miami gets a lead and Jameis has to throw the ball against their pass defense, I think they're fine. That's what I think they're going to do. If Miami gets up early and they have to start throwing the ball, they're not going to score the way they did against Louisville. I'm telling you. If Miami can divert FSU, which I think will happen, from running the ball, because as bad as FSU has been running the ball, and I think FSU is 96th at rushing in the country.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
If they don't attempt if they don't attempt to run the ball against Miami's, if you watch Miami's defense, you know their line doesn't do anything.
No, they get no pressure whatsoever.
Miami is going to get them to stray away from running the ball. They will throw it, and they will force punts and interceptions, and they will win this game.
Here's the thing. Since you brought up, the pass rush that doesn't do anything.
Yes.
With that amount of pass rush, with Winston running around, being all heroic, you don't think that Winston, with enough time, will find a hole in this 11th ranked defense?
If you watch quarterbacks play Miami, I don't know why, but they just seem to throw the ball like a timing pattern. They don't wait okay, let's let him make a secondary route because I have enough time. They still, people think that the pressure's coming, but it's not. And Jameis last year, he was still moving around because Miami ran some stunts and everything, but I'm just not confident in FSU's offense I'm not saying Miami's defense is great, but they're going up and FSU's offense is going down.
Do you know their running back Cook that they have?
FSU?
FSU's running back. He is deadly. He can easily pick this defense apart.
Miami's linebackers and secondary aren't the problem. It's only their defensive line.
No.
FSU.
No. Denzel Perryman is a good linebacker.
Our wrestlers making turnovers, and Kirby's been solid the last couple of games, and they're throwing Grace in there and things.
Against the opponents that we played, like Cincinnati and a 4-5 North Carolina team.
North Carolina had a top 25 offense, I believe. Top 25. They put up points like it was no one's business.
In the ACC.
It's still scoring.
You got to remember what conference we're in. Can you imagine if they played in, I don't know, SEC?
The ACC might be the third best conference behind the SEC and the Big Ten.
What about the Pac-12?
Pac-12 is overrated. They have Oregon and then USC. USC lost to Boston College.
They did.
And they've lost a couple other games this year. I can't put my finger on it, but the Pac-12 is like, I can't think of the team. They can show up for big games against each other, and then they play big games against other teams. Look what happens.
Trust me, I'm hoping you're right. I really am.
Arizona showed up to beat Oregon at Oregon. Let me see Arizona play, let me just get Florida State at Florida State, or like Duke at Duke, or Clemson at Clemson, if they had to play an ACC team on the road, a Pac-12 team would not win that game.
I don't know about
Except
that.
Oregon. Oregon would probably throttle everyone except for Florida State because everyone's defense in the ACC seems middle of the pack.
They're pretty bad.
All
Pretty
right.
bad.
Well, I hope you guys did enjoy the video.
What about Thursday night? I just got my Thursday night.
Okay, we can go with the Thursday night
Oh, we'll
predictions.
just cut that out then. All right, quickly. NFL Thursday night football. Dolphins Bills. Got Dolphins 21, Bills 17. After I think no matter what happens with the Dolphins Lions game, I think the Dolphins are gonna pull this one out because they lost 3 straight to the Bills, and their offense is clicking and their defense is dominating.
3 straight in a row, or just
Yeah,
3
in a row. They lost. They got swept last season, and the season before that they lost. Oh no, this season they lost the first game.
Well, that's in Buffalo, and for some reason Miami just can't.
Yeah,
win
they
up
can't
there.
score up there.
For some reason they cannot move the ball whatsoever in Buffalo. But at home, I think Miami pulls this one out. For a score, I'm gonna go 24-21.
24-21.
24-21. I think
It's too high scoring for a Thursday night game.
No.
You gotta remember,
Some
these games are sloppy as hell. Look at these scores.
Some Thursday nights.
26-6, 56-14, 45-14, 42-10, 33-28, 27-25, 35-21, 28-10, 24-3. The losing team is not going to score 20 points, is my point. Except maybe like 2 games.
I know for the early part of the Thursday night games, it was like an average of 19 points.
And I don't trust the great mustached Orton.
Hey. Orton did just fine when they played you early in the year.
He has been balling.
Orton has been playing very good, so don't just discount Orton. But I think they'll at least score 21. But I think Miami at home will win this game, at least by 3.
So that's where we're going to end it today. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a comment of your opinions, what you think the final score will be, and
Who won the
subscribe.
argument?
And who won the argument, Ryan or Freddy? We'll see you guys next time.